right, guys, trailer reactions. We like to do it. It's the NRW show. I got Heather, it's Patrick, and we are going to check out Kidding. We're not kidding. We're going to check out Kidding with Jim Carrey, Michael Gondry. It's an upcoming film.
Yeah, TV series
on
Showtime.
There we go. Let's check it out.
It's the part of you that no one can see.
That's creepy.
But you know it's there, and I do too. That's the part of you that no one can take away. Because that's the part of you that's really you.
Poor Peanut.
You see, the stuff I like about you isn't the stuff on the outside. What I like about you is the other stuff. The inside stuff.
Oh, it's the Mr. Understanding knockoff kind of thing.
Smiles are a little gift we give each other. That's the most beautiful part of yourself.
She left you because you're a pussy.
Please don't use a bad word when you can use a good word. Every pain needs a name. What do we think this one is called?
You are not a real person. You are a man in the box. You're a trusted brand. No one sees a man.
Feel something new today. Something's growing inside me. Our next guest raised your son, your daughter, your stepdaughter from his couch in Columbus, Ohio. Please help me welcome Mr. Jeff Pickles!
We literally went into this blind, guys. We're
this is
some serious shit.
Not what I was expecting. I like the idea of this, and it's a little, for me, coming a little close to home, because I guess we as creative people, it's life, and we're just growing up in the world, and that's kind of a very Mr. Rogers-esque take. I guess his character was named Jeff Pickles. This is what I think is what I caught as the name of his character. But basically, it was a very Mr. Rogers-esque kind of guy. Yeah, but now I guess his life is, kind of where you have that persona and then reality, and just, you just try to be good, I guess, all the way around. But then, it's different in the real world, and life isn't.
You can't be that persona all over the place. So.
Very interesting. It kind of hit me in different ways. And,
I don't know how it hit me.
And knowing him, you're kind of like, yeah, it's weird. Because you know him as a funny man. Because we did go in this dry, I don't think for most people know him as a funny man. Although in recent times, I love his activism online and Twitter and stuff like that. And he's really kind of come full circle as a person. As a lot of people thought he's that crazy funny guy from In Living Color, and then wild out guy on Ace Ventura, where I first met him. I met him on my first film I ever acted on was When Nature Calls.
Oh, sweet!
The second Ace Ventura, and I was like, "Hi, I'm Jim Carrey," and I was like, "Yeah, you're Jim Carrey, dude. I'm a fan of yours." And this was before he went to the next level. Mm-hmm. Some people might have said, Ace Ventura, but it was like after When Nature Calls, his career just skyrocketed.
Honestly, I know that I'm the one who argues The Mask, because The Mask put him into like this weird subset of like superhero category, which is really strange, and he was able to act in so many directions. I'm sorry. Yeah, and he was trying to, I guess, just show, and you could see that from his choices of film work, where he was trying to, I'm not just this funny man, slapstick guy. He took on some dramatic roles. Some landed, some didn't. I thought he was a very interesting, well and rounded actor, but he didn't get that. I don't think a lot of people, they wanted him to be that slapstick guy when he wanted to be more than just that. But when people categorize yourself in Hollywood and just in general in life, we've all experienced that. Very interesting, and it's kind of cool that he's kind of doing that in another fashion. One thing that I will walk away from this saying is I want to watch the first episode, because I'm very curious to see where this direction will go, because I am like, I don't know what to say about it, but I feel like, but it's definitely one of those things where it's like, because I watched this trailer, I want to see where it's going.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. Last week on our regular show, a documentary was put out on Mr. Rogers.
I haven't watched it yet. Shh, don't tell me.
I haven't watched it yet either. But
so bad.
We had our kind of like our own things. Like, how can somebody be just so good? You know, Mr. Rogers is classic.
Flippin' good guy, too.
Yeah. But what if you took it to another level? Like, what if he's like, you know, what was his life before he became such Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Rogers? What if he was like a super assassin or whatever, like a, you know, kind of like that whole thing that apparently like the Gong Show guy was like a FBI informant or whatever on like a whole other thing. Because it just, you know, you have the balances of the yin and yang, and you know, what makes a person so good, and what other, you know.
You can look at things like, if you haven't watched it yet, it's For the Love of Spock, which is like a really like personally touching documentary for me. I love Leonard Nimoy; he's one of my idols.
Yeah.
And it was one of those where it's like you also have different. With actors like this, you kind of forget the other places they've been.
Yeah.
Like Spock, Leonard Nimoy, he played in a one-man show about a Nazi. Like this very very proud Jewish man played in a I think it was a Tony. It was either nominated or award winning, and it's you have these people who are all over the place, but you're going to remember Leonard Nimoy for live long and prosper for the rest of their lives.
So I think, and I think hopefully Hollywood is now moved past that, because I think we've seen a lot. You know, we've seen, you know, Andrew Garfield, who he was Spider-Man for a bit. He just won a Tony at the Tony Awards this past weekend. You know, so I think I like to think that the audience has become a little bit more educated and don't mind. Like, Chris Hemsworth is Thor, but he is a hilarious guy in some of the other stuff. He was in Ghostbusters. You know, I love seeing him do that other stuff. So we're not just kind of keeping characters pigeonholed.
But at the same time, where we have that, we another Chris. We have
Chris Pratt is a good example. Well, no, Community and Star-Lord.
But it's the same character.
True, in a way.
That's the thing. It's like, but that's the problem. Is we are getting better, but we're not quite there.
Yeah, that's true. We're getting better.
We're getting better.
So,
but thumbs up, thumbs down that you're going to see it.
Thumbs up.
I'm going to definitely watch this.
And I really respect Jim Carrey. I think he's lived a life.
He is.
You know.
He has lived the celebrity lifestyle for true.
And I got to meet him before. You know, he did have Ace Ventura at the time, but he was just a very nice, sweet guy. He took the time to shake every monk. I was one of the monks in Ace Ventura too. Oh, and if you remember, there's a ton of monks. He took the time to shake each one of our hand. He wanted to, you know, show that love. He was a nice guy. He was like, "Did you get enough to eat at break?" He was a class, because it was like a 14-hour shoot for like 3 days, and he was an amazing guy. So shout out to Jim Carrey, Kidding on Showtime, Michael Gondry. Can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, sometime this year.
It's the part of you that no one can see. But you know it's there, and I do too. That's the part of you that no one can take away. Because that's the part of you that's really you. You see, the stuff I like about you isn't the stuff on the outside. What I like about you is the other stuff. The inside stuff.
Smiling skies.
Smiles are a little gift we give each other. That's the most beautiful part of yourself.
She left you because you're a pussy.
Please don't use a bad word when you can use a good word. Every pain needs a name. What do we think this one is called?
person. You are a man in the box. You're a trusted brand. No one sees a man.
I feel something new today. Something's growing inside me. Our next guest raised your son, your daughter, your stepdaughter from his couch in Columbus, Ohio. Please help me welcome Mr. Jeff Pickles!